Hey everyone, Dave K here, and today I'm going to talk to you about Disney cruising versus Disney World and the Disney parks. How do they compare? What are some of those main differences? And what sets them apart? And how should you pick what kind of adventure is right for you? Let's do it. Hey everyone, Dave K here. Today I'm talking about Disney cruises when compared to Disney parks and what sets them apart for me. So let me touch on a couple of different things. For starters, it's the relaxation. There's so much, I would say there's so much less to do on a cruise ship than there is at the parks, and I'm saying that as a good thing. I feel like it's nice to be able to sit back and relax and enjoy, and just being able to look out at the views and not have to worry about how much you have to get done in a given period of time, not have to worry about trying to do it all. Instead, you're just sitting back and being able to enjoy the views, and you can see pretty much anywhere you sit, you have some amazing views, and you can really just enjoy the experience, the ambiance, hear that quiet sort of calm music playing in the background, and it really is relaxing, especially on these port days. It's really nice to sit back and relax and not have to worry about everything that's going on or too much chaos on the ships. Really, to me, relaxation is one of the biggest things about cruise ships. So it depends what you like. If you find that you like running around and trying to do it all at Disney World and really just trying to experience as much as you can, and you don't like those slower times, maybe you wouldn't enjoy a cruise. But if you like taking time to slow down, or if you wish you could take more time to slow down at Disney World and just want a more calm experience, you may find that you love to go on a Disney cruise. Something to keep in mind. Now, as much as I love relaxation and calm and a slower pace, I feel like it's hard for me to say, okay, I'm going to slow down and I'm not going to do so much here at Disney World. And that's because there is so much to do, and you only have so much time in a given day, or on a given trip if you're coming for a trip, or if you're looking for different fireworks shows. There's just so much going on at any given period of time. As much as I want to sit back and relax, there's so much to do that it's hard for me to take that time to do just that. I feel like almost as if being forced to take that time to be slower and sit back and relax is an amazing feeling here on the cruise ships. And it's not a forced feeling. You can come up with stuff to do, but it's far more permissive of just a relaxed pace and taking time to sit back and just enjoy the views and enjoy the ambiance, enjoy the quiet music and that sort of thing. Another one of the big differences for me between cruises and Disney parks is the food. I absolutely love the food on the Disney cruise ships. For me, that's a huge piece of why I love cruising. Now, it's not just that you get amazing food on the Disney cruise ships, but that everything is included, and some fantastic food is included with your cruise on the Disney cruise ships. So you'll have a sit-down dinner every night if you elect to go to it. What's on the schedule for you is a sit-down dinner where they'll serve you anything you choose off of the menu from 3 different dining halls, and you'll rotate between those dining halls on a given night. They're all amazing places. The food is generally fantastic, and I feel like it's better than any of the other food that I've had, and it's also all included with your trip. You can also go to the breakfast or lunch sit-down dining opportunities at one of those dining halls, the Royal Court, and not have to worry about being any extra cost on that one as well. Now, there are a couple of food items that have an extra cost, whether that may be Palo or Remy, or if you're getting coffee or some fancy ice cream, but otherwise, all of this food is included with your trip, and it really adds to the experience for me to feel like I don't have to worry about how much food I'm eating or making sure I'm looking for cheaper items on the menu. I can just enjoy whatever food looks good to me on a given day and really enjoy that experience and try whatever sounds delicious and try new things. You'll see that sometimes I get 2 of the same appetizer, like that ahi tuna tower. For me, that is the #1 item on those cruise ships. I absolutely love that ahi tuna tower. It is delicious, fantastic, and I would get that one again and again. And so I don't have to worry about only getting one of those or making sure I'm only ordering that but not an entree, but I can get as much as I want of whatever I want. Another big difference, and you may find this obvious, between the Disney cruise ships and Disney parks is the water. Here on the cruise ships, you are very close to the water. Something to keep in mind is you may find yourself on the water, looking at the water quite a bit. There are a lot of water activities as well, whether you're going to the pool or spending time in the hot tub. There's a lot of water activities for you to enjoy. Now, I know some people may not feel super comfortable with water, or they aren't sure how they'd feel on a cruise ship. So here are a couple thoughts on that. Depending upon how you're feeling, you could initially start with a shorter trip just to see if you're comfortable on the water, that sort of thing. You could also consider staying on the higher decks when you're on the cruise ship. I mentioned this earlier on. I was talking about some of my favorite places to spend time on a Disney cruise ship. I was thinking about how on deck 4, I feel much closer to the water than I do up here, obviously, on deck 11. And if you're afraid of the water, or you're worried about how comfortable you'll feel in the water, you may want to start with a higher deck before you work your way down to deck 4 and sitting on the lounge chairs on deck 4. Now, it is possible to go into your stateroom and not look out at the water, but I think that it really adds to the experience, and I think a big part of cruising is being able to sit back and appreciate the views and look out at the water and that kind of thing. However, you can do it from this higher height and not have to worry about being too close to the water or being in outdoor spaces. You'll see that up here on deck 11, I have this glass panel in front of me, and there's really no way for me to stick even an arm over anything here out onto the water. Depending upon what deck you're on, if you go up to deck 12 or down to deck 4, you can see, my arm is sort of shoulder height with that pole, so I could sort of stick my hand out over the water. But here, it is completely covered and protected by glass. So if you're worried about water, if you're worried about accidentally going into the water, I think you'd feel far more comfortable on deck 11, where they have not only the glass to protect you, but also you'll see these sort of metal bars, right, that protect you from the water and protect you from any potential risk. That being said, all of the potential risks are covered pretty well by Disney. Touching on the relaxation piece and some of those differences, as you'll find when we're talking about rides and things to do, different attractions on the cruise ship, there's a lot less when it comes to attractions on a cruise ship. Now, there are lots of things to do and lots of things to be done, including checking out some of the Disney characters and taking pictures with some of your favorite characters, in addition to being able to experience some of those stage shows or watch some of your favorite movies. But there's a lot less rides to experience. The one ride I can really think of that you might qualify as a ride on the cruise ships is the Aqueduct. The Aqueduct's a great ride for water lovers who love to go through that water slide. You get to sort of ride around the ship and experience all of the sights and see all that there is on that water ride. So it's something to keep in mind. If you like those water rides, those water activities, you may find that you really enjoy the Aqueduct and get to sort of ride around that water ride. Otherwise, there's not a whole bunch of other rides and attractions for you to go on the Disney cruise. It's more a relaxed pace. Sit back and sort of determine what you want to do. There are game shows and other activities, things like that. There's lots of pictures with characters, dining opportunities and views to enjoy and appreciate, as well as adult activities and kids activities, but not so much when it comes to attractions. Now, touching on some of those kids activities, they do have kids clubs. So if you're worried about your kids being entertained, I wouldn't worry too much. They have Edge, Vibe, the Oceaneers Club, and a bunch of other clubs depending upon your children's age group. You'll find that there are some great activities at those children's clubs for different age groups, including video games. There's a bunch of video games activities. There's character meet and greets there as well. So you'll find there's a bunch of great fun things to do at those kids clubs if you're looking for activities for younger ones. Another thing you get on the Disney cruise that I feel like you don't get at Disney World is the sights. The sights are absolutely amazing. Every time you go somewhere, you see something new. I find myself obviously going to new destinations, and that's why I'm seeing something new. But just the view in front of me right now is absolutely amazing, sort of where the water meets the island. It's just a fantastic view. I'll have to take some more pictures for you as well. But there's so much to appreciate when it comes to sights and being able to enjoy the views. When you go to Disney World, you can see some amazing sights as well. That being said, it's not quite as relaxing for me. It's not quite as awe-inspiring for me from a sights perspective as it is on the Disney cruise. So I absolutely love cruising. It's such a fantastic experience for me and one of my favorite things to do. So there's a lot of things that I like about cruising that I feel like I can only get on a cruise. Something to keep in mind with the cruise ships is excursions. When we talk about activities and rides and things to do, you'll find that there's not quite as much on the ship as there is in the parks. So excursions are one way to make up for that. When you reach a port destination, you'll find that there's a bunch of different excursions that you can register for. At an additional cost, you can sign up to do a variety of different activities depending upon what port you're going to. Castaway Cay, Disney's private island, at the time of filming, they only have the one, they're about to have two. Castaway Cay has a variety of activities you can sign up for as well, from jet skiing to snorkeling to petting the stingrays, feeding the stingrays, all kinds of fantastic activities like that. So if you are looking for more to do and to add more activities to your adventure, you may consider some of those activities and some of those port adventures. I would especially recommend activities and adventures at Castaway Cay. That being said, I think you'll find that you love that relaxed pace. It's such a slower, calmer feeling. And if you enjoy the Disney experience and seeing the characters and getting to appreciate the attention to detail and the cleanliness that Disney offers, but also love a slower pace and to relax in your downtime, I think you may find that you absolutely love cruising. Being able to sit back, take the time, and just look at all the sights and enjoy all the food and all the theming that Disney brings to you. I touched on the stage shows that take place on the Disney cruise ships. I absolutely love the stage shows that take place. There's some fantastic shows. On all the ships I've been on, I've loved the shows quite a bit. Some I love more than others, but I really enjoy those three main musicals. Now there are other shows including magicians, comedy acts, and things like that at night, but you'll find that those three main stage shows are worth checking out, at least in my opinion. Those shows remind me of some of the stage shows that used to happen at Walt Disney World. For example, I used to love the Aladdin show that takes place at Walt Disney World. I also love that Beauty and the Beast show that takes place. If you've ever been to the Hollywood studios, they've got a fantastic Beauty and the Beast show, and these stage shows remind me a lot of those shows. That being said, the stage shows are a little bit different because these stage shows are full length. So there's definitely something to be said for 3 full-length stage shows here on the ship, as well as other activities, other shows to see, other activities to be a part of. I love those 3 stage shows, and I love all of the dinners that come with your Disney cruise. Have you been on a Disney cruise? What do you think? Do you agree with what I'm saying about the relaxation and the food on the Disney cruise? Do you have any other thoughts? I'd love to hear more about what you think in the comments below. Thanks for being a part of the fun with me. If you've not already, for more fun, family-friendly adventures, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed. Until next time, play on.